So this is your part 3 of your vocal warm-ups. So now we're sort of ready to start vocalizing. We've worked on our breath, we've loosened up, we've done some mouth exercises, some diction exercises, and you're ready to sing. So you sort of just want to start out with some closed mouth trills, and I think we call them lip bubbles. I always liked calling them that, but just you know, like a baby babbles. And we're going to go up and down the scale with that, just sort of wherever you want. And whatever's right for you, you can start and stop. This might be difficult for some people. It takes a little practice. Some of you it will come pretty naturally, but it also has to do with your breathing a little bit. If you're having issues with it, just focus on your breath. But just a few times. And see, you know, if you can kind of increase your range a little bit as this is going, just to sort of get yourself warmed up a little bit. You can also do this with a rolling R. It's hard. And you won't get as high, but you just sort of want to start using your voice in combination with your mouth. You can do the lip bubbles and the R rolling also as just a breathing exercise, but here I just like to use them as a little bit of a vocal stretch. Then we're going to continue sort of that high vocal stretch with just a ah, ah, sort of like a siren. Ah, you know, start high and descend, just sort of like you're throwing a baseball, and actually you can move your arm if that helps you. Some vocal coaches like to do a backward stroke, you know, just to sort of free everything up, get sort of that phlegm off your vocal cords. If you're loosening things up there, you're going to start to get a little bit of loose phlegm. Don't worry about that. That happens. But just sort of let yourself be free. Let your voice sort of stretch. A lot of times when you're singing, you focus on the exact notes that you're trying to hit. But there's a lot to be said for stretching out everything in between. You know, you want to sort of let the whole vocal cord be exercised. So that's sort of the purpose of that. The next thing is just your basic do, mi, so. And this is just a good place to start going up and down the scale. I don't know if you guys or they will all know the do, re, mi's. So if this is a sort of a beginner lesson, I would start by teaching do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I think is how it goes. And I can go through that in a separate video if you want. But for now, we'll just sort of do do, mi, so, mi, do. And it's going to sound like this. Do, mi, so, mi, do, so, do. And you'll go up the scale. Bum, bum. Do, mi, so, mi, do, so, do. And we actually like to do this with our hand in choir, and I think it's helpful to sort of remind yourself where you're at in the note. So it would look like do, mi, so, mi, do, so, do. And you can go up the scale like this. Bum, bum. Do, mi, so, mi, do, so, do. And this is an easy vocal exercise, and I like it a lot because you can sort of focus on your vowels. And we haven't talked a lot about this yet, but vowel shape is very important, and especially a good thing to practice when you're doing warm-ups. People tend to sing like they talk very flat and wide. And this goes back to having that string coming out of the top of your head. So you really want to remember the vowel shape in your mouth, like almost like you have an egg in your mouth all the time. You lift your soft palate by raising your eyebrows, so you'll see me do that quite a bit when I sing. If it doesn't come naturally to you to lift your soft palate, so you know, you can do this kind of thing as they're singing to sort of remind people to really elongate. Just remember not to put your chin down to your chest because you don't want to close off your throat, but making sure there's lots of space. Another thing I like to reference is the mask here, and this is where you really want your sound to project out from, and if you're doing it right, you'll sort of get a vibrating feeling like you did when you did your v, z in your vowel sounds, and keeping everything forward in the mouth. So try again with just sort of keeping those things in mind. Do, mi, so, mi, do, so, do. Vowels like E, and ah are very important for this. You don't want E or ah, because that's going to cause sort of flatness and sharpness. Another easy one that I like, it's sort of fun to say, is Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. And it goes like this. Mommy made I messed up. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. And on M's, again, making sure that E is forward, not N's. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. And again, I'm going up the scale, but you can also go down into your lower range for these too. And if you want for fun, you can sort of practice them with a wide, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, and then going back to the vowel sound, and you'll feel sort of a sense of relief when you get to sing in that long, open manner instead of that real wide. Another one that I like is the words are many mumbling mice are making mighty music in the moonlight, mighty nice. And this is a good one to sort of enunciate, and it sort of goes like this. Many mumbling mice are making mighty music in the moonlight, mighty nice. So that one's a little bit harder. I'll do it again for you. Many mumbling mice are making mighty music in the moonlight, mighty nice. And that one sort of combines a lot of your diction and your tongue twisters into one vocal warm-up. I think I'll probably make a separate video, or I'll just do videos occasionally of some different vocal